Hi everyone, Happy New Year, Facebook community. Third time is a charm. This is a new phone, a new setup that I'm working with. So apologies if you were on earlier and I had to fix my settings a little bit. So here I am, I'm Dr. Kemby, and I help women navigate this journey through perimenopause naturally and easily by optimizing hormones, moods, sleep, and energy, so you can look and feel like yourself again. This is a passion of mine. I talk about it quite a bit, and I wanted to share some things with you today. I had my first day back to work after the holidays on Friday. It was amazing. I got to see and work with two incredible women who are one-to-one clients, and with both of them, we were going through their hormone test results, their saliva tests, and just the feedback, like the energy that comes from understanding that, you know, going through it. And when I see their faces and I see the light bulbs going on, and I hear, you know, their feedback and their excitement over, okay, it's not all in my head. Like, here it is on paper that there is something that I can work on. You know, I have hope. I have, you know, my client said she feels so validated, right? She feels so honored in this moment by reviewing these tests and seeing, yeah, there is something that's not optimal. There is something that's going on. There are ways that we can support you, you know, in your early 40s as you're, you know, headed towards menopause, to make things so much easier. Like the struggles and the challenges, our bodies are amazing, and they're incredibly able to carry on and do their work, right? Do their jobs, even in non-ideal circumstances. So it's like, if we can, you know, make things so much easier for ourselves by making a few tweaks and optimizing hormones, and getting sleep back on track, so your energy is, you know, good and strong and supportive again. It's amazing the difference it makes. And so when I see those light bulbs first go on in my clients, when we're going through, you know, what their current state is, and, you know, how I can help them create this path, right? And see this path forward to where things do get to be easy, and they get to be, you know, feel their best again. It's like this weight comes off of us. And the fallacy that I find that many women have is, I should know how to do this myself. Like, I should understand what's going on with my body. And when we're going through these tests, it's really that validation of, no, like, your body's doing the best you can. Your mind's doing the best it can, right? We're trying to create this homeostasis and this balance amidst maybe not the best circumstances, right? And you know, not the most optimal state of affairs. And so when they see that, when they see the labs, you know, when they understand that it has been hard and they have been doing the best they can with what they have, it's like, you know, it's like, okay, now I feel understood. I feel like I see a plan, and I know how to get there from here. And that's why I do what I do. You know, when I have this knowledge and I have this ability to kind of see this journey, see how it gets to be easy, I really want to share it with everyone, with every woman, because, you know, it's similar to, I want to make a quick analogy here, because of this fallacy, because, you know, women feel like, oh, you know, these things are going on with my body, and, you know, there's so many changes happening. Am I in perimenopause? Like, is that what this is? What's going on? And sometimes I'll say, you know, for those of you who have been pregnant before, do you remember that feeling when you were pregnant and you felt different in your body? Like, things were happening, right? That you're like, is this normal? You know, this thing feels weird. This, you know, I have this shooting pain. You know, down in my abdomen and my feet are swelling, right? And all of these things. And you're like, is this normal? Is this okay? Is this, and we need that, right? We need that validation. We need that support of like, yes, this is part of the process, or yes, this is totally normal, or, you know, this is what this is, or let's get you some labs so you understand. So that process of really being mentored through that experience is so important, right? Because we've never been through it before. And the same thing is true with perimenopause, is we really need that support and guidance. We need someone to say, yes, this is normal, or this is probably a result of some imbalance, and let's get you tested, and let's really see what's happening. And, you know, when I'm able to explain, like, this is why you're not sleeping, or this is why, you know, you feel tense and you're more irritable. It's because of this imbalance in your hormones. It's like the relief that women feel from just being understood and explained to that this is a real thing. And this is not something that they can, like I've said, you know, hundreds of times before, this is not something that you can just kind of mentally, you know, that mindset alone will get you through, right? Of course it will. Like we're very, you know, strong women, and we have this ability to kind of adjust as we can. And why make it so hard on ourselves, right? And knowing that we're going to be in this state, you know, pregnancy is, you know, 8 to 9 to 9.5 months, right? So perimenopause is 5, 10, 12 years long. So it's really important to get things dialed in as early as possible, so we understand what's going on. And so our body doesn't have to work against itself and fight so hard and, you know, get depleted in energy and get depleted with poor sleep and, you know, maybe suboptimal nutrition and all of the other things, right? So that we can get things back on track early, so that when we do head into menopause, it doesn't feel like we're falling off a cliff. So if you wonder if you're in perimenopause and you're in your late 30s, early 40s, the answer is most likely yes, that there's something going on, the beginnings of something, that when we're able to nip that in the bud and we're able to get things balanced, the journey toward menopause and to the other side of menopause gets to be so much easier. And the part of the kind of fallacy, or the, you know, the I need to know how to do this all myself mentality, is that we often wait. We wait to get support. We wait until, you know, the doctors are able to prescribe HRT or medications to help us. And we think that things are going to eventually get better and we can just tough it out and get through it. And while, you know, of course, like I said, we're capable of that, it takes so much time, so much energy to be trying all of the things, right? And doing it ourselves. So it's kind of like with pregnancy. Would you want to manage your own pregnancy, right? All the ups and downs and all the things? No, right? We want to rely on an expert to say, like, yes, this is normal. Things are progressing normally. You know, you're in good hands. And the same thing as you're headed towards menopause. It's like, you know, you can be supported. You can be held. You can be validated. You can experience things differently in your body and in your mind and in your whole experience of this transitional period, because it's an important time of life and there's a lot of things happening and there's a lot of shared experience as well. So part of the reason I have been really called and led towards creating a group signature program in addition to my one-on-ones is so that women can feel held in this. And I was part of a group when I had my first child in Seattle where I was in a cohort of women that our babies were all due at the same time. And the experience of just being around other women that were in the exact same place in life as I was at that time, was an incredible gift. Of course, you still need expert support and the community of being around other women who get it, who are moving through a lot of the same things. You know, I hear from my one-on-one clients what they're going through, and I want to say, like, you're not alone. This is really common. And that only goes so far, right? Of course, I can share my experience because I'm right there with you, right? At 49 years old, I'm right in the thick of it as well. And it hits differently, right? Than if you have other women that are like, what's going on with these night sweats? Like, let's support each other. I didn't know you had that too. So I've decided that because I hear some of the same things over and over, I want to get women together, and I want us to connect and heart to heart and share what our experience is, you know, what the challenges are, what the similarities are. And even with the most supportive families and partners, they don't fully get it, right? They are trying, but they often don't understand any more than we understand what's going on with our bodies, right? And so having other people to kind of be there and say, like, I don't know what's happening, but that's happening to me too, you know, or have me be able to say, like, this is a common thing, right? This is something that we go through, and this is normal. This is part of the process. And let's talk about ways that we can help ourselves to get through this in the, you know, the most easeful, graceful, joyful, calm way possible, right? To where we feel more in control, more balanced, more settled in our skin. And that's really what I hope for this group program. And it was such a beautiful reminder working with my clients on Friday that this is why I'm doing this, to get to more of the masses so that women can have that experience of feeling heard, feeling validated, feeling hopeful, and knowing that there is a path and there is a way that this gets to not feel hard. This gets to, you know, be seamless. This gets to have a flow to it. This gets to feel like a transition as opposed to, you know, falling off a cliff or being a really dramatic shift. It gets to be more steady, and it gets to have that energy of like, I'm feeling better and better every day. And I love that when my clients start on a plan and I hear, I'm already feeling it. I'm already feeling better. Not only am I feeling hopeful, but I'm understanding and physically and emotionally feeling the difference in my body and in my mind. And then you add the spiritual component, and it's just a whole nother level. So that's what I hope to bring to my clients. That's what I'm bringing to this group signature program. I will be sharing more with you in the future, but I just wanted to pop on and share that and let you know if you're struggling with that same fallacy, with that same kind of mentality of, you know, I need to solve this on my own, and, you know, no one understands, and, you know, you're feeling in that place of feeling kind of alone and, you know, doubting where you are in this. Just know that there is a path, and there is a way that it gets to be easy, and you get to be supported. So if this resonates with you, feel free to message me individually, and I will send you the link to the program. And I wish you all a very happy new year, and I will be on in the next few days again to talk to you again. So take care.